Right, well, we've just had a walk around the lake and we spotted a few fish showing in front of the swim that we quite fancy. So we've just got one of the fishing rods that's supplied. I've tied one of my own leads to the bottom, just a 1.5 ounce pair. I'm just going to flick it out, feel it down on a tight line and see what I'm fishing over. I know there's silt out there, but I want to find the harder spots, I want to find the softer spots and decide which one's going to be best to put a bait on. Well, there we are. I've just had a lead about in the swim. The right hand side's about 4 foot deep, quite soft in silt. The left hand spots are all quite hard, easily fish a bottom bait over that. So I think snowmans are going to go over those to start with and maybe a pop up in that softer silt tomorrow night.
Just being really slow, dumpy. It's just a lump of weight. Like you don't even think it's there, and then all of a sudden it starts taking line again. Well, there we go, lovely fish for me. We've got 4 in the net at the moment. We've been spreading our baits out, covered in the pepper oil. It's really getting those fish into our area. We've just got to get this sorted, get it weighed and then slip him back and get the other filmed. So yeah, really chuffed with this one. That's my other rod, that's my other rod. There we go, another fish in the net. The old faithful TNT white fluoro range. Literally, that's both rods have gone off in the last sort of 10 minutes. I've got to get this one sorted and get the rod straight back out.
Right, most of the fish that we've had so far have come to white pop-ups. We're using the tiger nut and toffee ones, but we're using the fluoro version. So what we've got is a situation, we've got a red bait and a light coloured bait. This fluoro pop-up's going to stand out in amongst these, but it's not going to be too blatant. It's just going to look like a washed out bait, a lot more visual than all the others on the bottom as they're sitting on the silt, and that pop-up just sitting over the top of all that. Hopefully we'll get a quick take on the visual white pop-ups. Well, this feels a much better fish. I just had a couple of small ones very quickly after casting out, and again, this rod's only been out for maybe 5-10 minutes. Soaked in that black pepper oil, lovely oil slick comes off that, and the fish have been getting on it really quickly because of it. And this feels heavy. You know, compared to what we have been catching, this has got a lot of power. Right, well there we go, another angry lump. 36 pounds 6 ounces, caught over a massive bed of TNT and STC that we put out last night, over 8 kilos of bait. The fish were showing all over the spots this morning, and this one went off within sort of half an hour of us turning up. Had a couple of smaller ones before. It seems really instant over the bait at the moment, so want to get this fish back very quickly so we can get those rods recast. Sweet.
Well, there we go. Into the third fish. Chris has been spreading the steamies, TNT, STC all over our spots. And we've got nearly 3 fish in the net. I think this is the bigger one. Well, there we go. Absolutely chuffed with this one. We reckon around 22. We're going to pop it on the scales just before we put it back. But a result of a free take, and oh my god, the white TNT fluoro pop-ups are just destroying it for me. I'm going to get this one back. The rods are back in, so don't want to mess around. See if we can have some more. Well, what can I say? Our guesstimations are a bit wrong. This came out at 26.6. We put it on the scales. Just going to get it back now and see if we can have some more fish. Come off.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty flat. That was a little bit disappointing. I just had a major run on the left hand rod there. Came back, there's nothing wrong with the rig, it was taking me to the snags. So I had to be quite hard with the fish there on the rod. But I'll grab another couple of nuggets, put that around the hook, stop from any tangles. And then the rig, all it does is just falls through the water gradually, lands on the bottom, the nuggets return to the top, give me that perfect presentation on the lake bed or pretty much any bottom. Then those nuggets with the top, we can fire out a few baits, scatter them around, and we know that our bait is presented properly and has the right amount of bait around it. So I'm going to get on with that now and hopefully get another run.
Right, well there we are, one of the big commons. I'm pretty sure it's one of the known fish, I'm going to have to double check that, but awesome 2-tone common. 31 pound on the nose. Well pleased with this fish. It was caught on a snowman rig, TNT, tipped off with a pina colada pop-up, soaked in the black pepper oil, something I've been doing a lot of this year, and I've been catching some decent fish as well. Well pleased with this one. Let's see if we can get some more. Right, it's all kicking off at the moment. Paul's just had a double take. My rod's just gone off now. I'm just sure that the fact that we kept those lines out of the water for such a long period of time, with a bit of bait in the water, giving the fish time to get their confidence up and feed over the bait, it's just paid off. To have 3 fish in, what, 15 minutes? It's really kicking off. That was really good hitting that take. I always fish with my rods slightly up in the air these days, just so I can see a little bow in the line. I always fish semi-slack lines and I like to watch for that bow. And I just saw it lifting up ever so slightly and I was able to hit the rod 5 or 6 seconds before I got any indication on the alarm. And it's just a really nice way of fishing. It feels a decent one as well. Yeah. Oh mate, that's a big fish. Right, well I'm not going to talk for very long because this fish is really hurting my arms. What an absolute lump. Floppy tail, 46.5. New PB, I didn't expect to break my PB here, but I've done it by about 5 ounces. What an absolute lump of a carp. I'm so pleased to catch this one. On a yellow tiger nut and toffee pop-up. Something I haven't been trying before. And it's paid off. This fish is so heavy. Wow. Right, let's get it back in the water and have another look at it. Ready? Yeah. Well, there we are. say our last goodbyes to this fish, but what an awesome lump. And we've got loads more time and loads more fish to catch. Sweet. So what are your thoughts so far then, Paul?
Oh, it's been brilliant, isn't it? We've had terrible weather, but we fought through it. We've had some really good fish. And, well, the travel over here, just that ease of no driving, straight on the plane. We went straight through, didn't we? And no problems with it.
Yeah,
the flights.
So you're not having to mess about taking your own gear. I was worried about using someone else's gear, but it's top quality stuff that you get here. Yeah. So, you know, the big unhooking mats, all the bivvies are set up, the rods were here, the reels, everything. All we had to do is literally take a tackle box, tie our rigs on, bring some bait, and we're fishing straight away. And good thing is we don't have anything to pack away at the end either.
No, I'm looking forward to that bit, I'll tell you.
But hopefully we can have some more fish, mate.
Yeah, we'll save for it.
Right, well there we are, another decent 20, fish to end the day. It's poured down all day, the weather's been atrocious, but we still keep catching them over a big bed of bait. Again, this fell to a white pop-up. Really pleased. Nice fish, lovely colours. Another really big fish. We want to get this one on the scales, get it in the water where it's safer, and do some really nice pictures.